Hello everyone, I am Sacred and thank you once more for joining me in Hearts of Iron 4. Well, this time it is not going to be a spotlight. This time I'm going to present the country of Serbia in Kaiserreich and then we're gonna make a series out of it. So, thank you all greatly for joining me. Well, Serbia got in the update 8 days ago in the progress report 3rd, you can see it. It will be linked below in the description, a really huge update. The country has a completely custom focus tree right now. Serbia is a minor nation which who know history here, participated in World War I, but they came out as the losers of the First World War, so their country got heavily, weakened after that. How you can see, we are signing peace with honor right now. It's always the same, like it's laggy and then they jump to the end. Alright, we can hear some nice music. Well, furthermore, let's see, state of Serbia. Serbia is in a precarious position in 1936. Let's see, legacy of the Weltkrieg, then you have to go to other countries and here you see the nation of Serbia. Led by Petar Bojovic, they are currently authoritarian democratic, and the SNS is the ruling party. The Serbia as the modifier called jingoistic reclaimers. Serbia lost the Weltkrieg and is reduced to a small Rom state. The government, however, is very vocal about reconquering all lost territory and getting all Serbs to live in Serbia. As such, the country is highly militarized. Well, that's great for us, since we need to use our tiny manpower, which we have just available here. Let's see, get well here. In this series, let's have a fun gameplay on recruit, but I want you to decide. I'll set up a poll, and you can decide if I should play on recruit, regular, or veteran in my next series. So thank you. Let's get to the game. Let's see. After the Weltkrieg was sparked by a Serbian nationalist, Serbia was overrun in 1915 by the Central Powers, despite winning some victories against Austria-Hungary. Until the 1920s, the country was under military occupation by Austria, which was eventually forced to withdraw its troops due to tensions elsewhere in the empire. The newly established Serbian state comprised only a fraction of the Serbian inhabited lands. Officially, Serbia became a kingdom again, but it has been ruled by a regent ever since. Austria has lost interest in the small Rom state, but until now the government hasn't dared to officially change the status of the kingdom. So let's see. Well, we can choose our own destiny. Yeah, I don't have to read that. Yeah, it's Alpha 0.5. Hey, Safari. Thank you, Kaiserreich team news events. Yes, we want to hear everything, do we? And I have the Cult Puppets mods activated. I simply like that one. So let's see. We can choose our own destiny. Yeah, our own destiny. We can decide it here after the 1st of February 1937. So, in 1936, the regent of Serbia is Petar Bojovic, who has been ruling with iron fist since almost 2 decades. When Austria is busy with the 1937 Ausgleich negotiations, Serbia can finally choose their own destiny. The most unimaginative option is to simply continue the regency, though Bojovic is already old and his untimely death may create chaos at an unwanted moment. Bojovic, as a known royalist, can also restore the monarchy under Alexander II, the son of the previous King Peter I. Before the Weltkrieg, Serbia had a very small, liberal constitution which can be restored. However, if the player so wishes, Alexander can completely remove any pretense of democracy and rule as an absolute autocrat. Well, with that announcement, I want you to decide what I should take, which path I should take. That's yours to decide. So, either continue the regency, crown the king, or declare a republic. So, if you continue the regency, by the way, if you ask what is that awesome song he's listening to, it's the Hearts of Iron 3 soundtracks. Well, the good thing is they are copyright free, so I won't get a problem there. And we have to say that the Hearts of Iron 3 music is simply a million times better than the few soundtracks which are horribly and just bad in Hearts of Iron 4. Don't you think? What do you think? I simply love the Hearts of Iron 3 musics. If you do so too, then let me know. Please drop a comment below. So we can either continue the regency, where we'll just stay authoritarian democratic. I wouldn't do that, or we could crown the king. And then we have the choice of becoming absolutist, or of becoming a constitutionalist. Yeah, we can either become absolutist or a constitutionalist. Yeah, I'd say don't go for that, because if our king dies, then we may have a problem, how they said. So either crown the king or declaring a republic, but you have that to choice on as well. Well, if you declare a republic, we're gonna turn to a liberal, to a social liberal state. We'll become freedom, scientific efforts, and then democracy on the Balkans. Yeah, well, that's yours to decide. So either I can go ahead and become absolutist, where we can also get a strong state, or we can become a free society. So I would vote, if I would ask me, I would vote for, well, it's for becoming a republic. Becoming a, I mean, I don't know. So we can become a republic. So we have two choices. We can become either republic, democratic, or we can have the king. I'd say let's keep the king and become democratic. I would propose here. Yeah, I'll propose that. So crown the king and then constitutionalism. That would be quite nice, like Britain today, or absolutist, or to continue the regency. So that's yours to try. That's yours to pick. It's your choice, but think it thorough. Alright, so let's go ahead. We have to wait until the 1st of May 1937 before we can do the Congress of Belgrade. After we do the Congress of Belgrade, we can deliver an ultimatum to Bulgaria, which will most likely result in war with the Balkan countries. So with Romania, Serbia and Greece united against Bulgaria, it will be recapturing the old lands. Can do that. Yeah, and we have the choice. We can either become Greater Serbia or a Slavic Federation. I will tell you, I want to go to the Slavic path. That's better, to form Yugoslavia. So we'll be the first. You know, this mod features a completely unique history, and Yugoslavia hasn't been formed yet until now. And I would say let's be the first nation to do so. Yeah, yeah, okay. We just go to update, and then I'm struggling with some things, but that's fine. Alright. So, and then here's the new economic policy, which I'm going to read out now what it's saying. So let's see. It is a domestic policy. Since Serbia is so small, an economic policy is needed. The player can choose to focus on industry, increasing military production and mine output, or focus on agriculture, increasing civilian factories and providing powerful bonuses to research. Serbia has a large military but needs new tactics to overcome. Okay, that's this path. Let's go with the new economic policy. Serbia needs a new economic policy to advance our fledgling economy. As a nation of peasants, we can choose to improve and modernize our agriculture. Another option is to push for a modern industrial complex in order to change other advanced nations. Let's do that. We start off with 3 research slots. I want to go for the production, construction, and engineering as always. I aim to build just one more. Oh, okay. Building factories in Kaiserreich is insanely expensive. Just building a civilian factory costs 21,600. Oh my god, well, that's insane. Let's build one in Belgrade. No, but we only have 3 factories to do so. So this will take, with our current rates, 2 years. 2 years. Congratulations. That's our powerful Serbian industry. But we'll be a strong nation. I assure you. We'll recapture the lost lands. I shall do that. Oh, that's the Kingdom of Serbia. The assassination of the Archduke Ferdinand by a Serb nationalist in 1914 proved to be the catalyst that began the Weltkrieg. Despite expecting an easy campaign, Austrian forces only managed to occupy Serbia itself in late 1915. And because of the entrance, our Kerensky died. How barbaric. Of the entrance of Bulgaria in the war. After the war, Serbia's southern territories were handed over to Bulgaria, whilst the remainder was kept under Austrian occupation until 1926, when the Austrians were forced to withdraw their troops due to ethnic tensions elsewhere in the empire. Since then, Serbia has struggled to survive, keeping a low... Okay, congratulations. low profile in light of the knowledge that she could not stand up to any sort of military attack. Over time, however, the government has become increasingly anti-Austrian and jingoistic, and knowing that they could not hope to defeat Austria, they have instead turned their attention southwards towards the lands occupied by Bulgaria. If you wanted to read that, that was really quite a bit of a text. There you can see the in-depth working of the mod already. You can go back and pause there. So we are just being flooded with events. There is a electoral gridlock in France. Now we have the Black Monday here. So the Germans will struggle right now. We have the death of Pius the IX. Yeah, death of Pius the IX. And then the 5th Anglo-Afghani war. Yeah, I mean, who cares about Afghanistan? So they're gonna most likely lose their 2 provinces there. I think, yeah, to the dominion of India. Excuse me, please. Well, Hungary has the... Austro-Hungarian has broken. But Hungary doesn't have their own forestry, so I don't think they're gonna turn to be independent. And Austria is going with the National Austerity Council. We finished the remilitarization of Albania. The world is changing. Albania, yeah, it's got remilitarized. I'll go ahead and, how I said, with the focus on agriculture. As a nation of peasants, we need to improve and modernize our agriculture. We have to. And then we can see that the first international has been formed. Alright. So, well, we can see, like, I'm using the mods, you know, called puppets, which I quite like, because we can see actually how strong, like, the real influence of a nation. So we can see that the Austro-Hungarian Empire truly exists. For example, they comprised Bohemia, Hungary, Illyria, and Galicia, Lombard. The Austrians are going for public welfare reforms. Yeah. They're going for the public welfare reforms, the Austrians. Maklik declared war on Mongolia. Where is that? So the first wars are already happening. Maklik is here. They are paternal or autocratic. They are led by Mafungxiang against Mongolia, who is led by Roman von Ungern-Sternberg. I have no idea how a German is leading Mongolia, but I don't know, but okay. That doesn't even make sense, but I'm sure it's well justified after, according to the history of Kaiserreich. Yeah, well, otherwise, let's go ahead and research mechanical computing. Well, the Italian Federation is led by the College of Cardinals. They are calling the Papal Conclave. You know, Italy is led by the Pope. They can decide of getting Pope Julius, Pope Pius, Pope John, or Pope Stephen. Well, historically, Pope Pius assumed charge of. Let's see what Italy is gonna choose. By the way, I looked it up, and Serbia is the only nation who hasn't been played as yet by any YouTubers in Kaiserreich, because it just got the update after 8 days. So we have the privilege. To be the first one to watch that. I have the privilege of entertaining you with the Serbian kingdom, with the Kingdom of Serbia. I hope you really enjoy this. The Papal Conclave, who got the power? John the 23rd. John the 23rd. The leader of Italy. Yeah. Let's see. Revolution in Siam. Well, that's interesting. I'll go ahead and invest in railroads. What does it say? Good transportation is important for both industry and agricultural sector. We need to invest in the railroad network to enable a quick supply of factories. We have to. What I want to do is to get these extra factories. Social reform achieves Italian majority. That's nice, more moderate. We can see, yeah, I want to get these extra 2 factories here. This extra research stuff would be also quite useful, without a doubt, and I'll get a research bonus for focus on industry as well. So, for all of you who played Kaiserreich, I'm sure you know the stability system. It grants us nice bonuses, especially we require less consumer factories and we can just produce more. I'll go for good stability right now. Let's see, Vidovdan. Video of Dawn represents the day to commemorate Saint Prince Lazar and the Serbian holy martyrs who gave their lives to defend the true faith during the epic battle of Kosovo against the Ottoman Empire on June 28, 1389. It is regarded as a national holiday in Serbia. And the Arab Congress, well, the Arabs, yeah, they're most likely gonna crush the poor Ottomans. They are the Sigmund of Europe. They won the First World War, but yeah, most likely they will get destroyed. I'm not sure. It's always like if the Axis force, then Persia, Arabia, and Egypt will attack them together, and this will most likely prove, well, to be problematic for the Ottomans. Well, we shall find it out. Our army is currently training to the highest level of regular. Yep. I'm gonna convert these 2 cavalry divisions though to mountaineers. Planinski Adriats. Okay, let's let them training to get some little experience there. Let's select the technology. Let's go ahead and get our army. Let's get the Lombard trained soon. Now I will spot the peasants. Serbia has a large agrarian sector, and we need to support the peasants in times of needs to ensure we will never experience famine. So, I already told you my intentions of reunifying Yugoslavia, which will mean that we'll go to war against the Austrian Empire. What I really hope for is that Hungary is going to declare war on the Austrian Empire. I really hope for that. They're getting the daily autonomy progress gained, so I hope that Hungary is going to get independence from the Austrians. I really look forward to that, because if they fight each other, I may be able to join with the side of the Hungarians against the Austrian Empire, because their army isn't that strong. They have, well, 21 to 37 divisions, and they only have 9 military factories, plus their horses, but it isn't that much, so they're mainly on their own. Or Serbia, well, we have 3, but I'm sure after we fight the Bulgarians, which I will do, we'll manage fine. They have 9 to 26 divisions though, but they are tripled with the Black Monday crash, so they are not really able to, well, to reach a significant factory output. Yeah. Alright, well, the German Empire, yeah, it is a really strong nation, the Chancellor and the radio. Well, I never played actually Germany as in this mod, to be honest, I never did. But well, perhaps they're worth playing. Well, they have a good relationship with the Ottoman Empire. I mean, they have traditional allies. Look, the Ottomans have the OPDA, Dunjun Umiye, oh wow, 25% because of debts. So, well, the Ottomans are just you have to think that they have, because it's so high, just imagine they have no civilian factories at all. So, if it would be the Ottoman Empire, I would rush down through the reforms, because otherwise the Empire is gonna just end up in turmoil, especially against their enemies. That's not gonna be, well, that good for them, will it? The Russian Empire, in the meanwhile, is still led by Pyotr Wrangel. Yeah, Pyotr Wrangel. Well, we see the French Republic here. We support the peasants and the riots and protests at Rangoon University. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get the mechanization. Our agriculture is backwards compared to other countries, and we need to invest in that sector. Great, I got 1 more factory. Well, we need 3 steel, but the penalty is only 3%, so I'll not modify it. What does it say? Construction on a new parliament building started in 1907, with the cornerstone being laid by King Peter I. The Weltkrieg delayed the construction, and the original plans to the building were lost, but the reconstruction of the plans was made by Pavle Ilkic. I hope my Serbian pronunciation isn't that bad. The interior was designed by Nikolai Krasnov in the manner of academic traditionalism. Jack Reed is elected. He's a Serbian. Okay. Oh, he remains strong, so maybe the Civil War won't happen. Let's see. It's beautiful, whatever. Well, I really want to see if the Civil War happens in the USA or not. I'll focus on the, yeah, on the industrial sector. As a small nation with only 13 factories, we have to focus on that. Well, our army is fully trained. Let's ready them against the Bulgarians to get some nice bonus there. I think after capturing Sofia, they should already surrender. We have custom generals. They will be led by General. Well, I could get the mountaineer Dusan Trifonovic. This is a mountainous region. It's just hills. It's hills, but not mountains. Is he worth? Let's see, hills. It's only mountains, so I'm gonna get a level 3 general commando, or let's get Draža Mihailovic commando. Although we don't need his trait for that purpose, let's still just get him. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to enact very good stability, and I got 200 points. Yeah. I'll just imagine going to disaster. Well, low stability will happen under minus 50. Okay. Merci. I'll research some shock troops. Brave shock troops will liberate the occupied Serbian lands, I'll call them. Now I can go for the military-industrial cooperation. With our new economic policy in place, the state can start collaborating with large industrial companies to expand our research. That's great. But when can I fall down to stability? It's always false. Oh, we can only fall down to from very good to low. So I'm gonna, yeah, let's ensure that the threshold is all 100. So I'm only gonna enact it after it's 300. What is Dragiša Cvetković? Why is minus open 07? Oh, okay, because of him. I think. I don't know. Yeah. Out of government. Authoritarian Democrats. Well, okay. We're only getting open 87, open 84 per day. Wasn't it open 87? I don't know. The base value is lower here as well. So, should I go for the very good stability? We would have a... Yeah, let's go for that. To get more weapons, yeah. But now I have to just save it, let's say. Now our factories are producing, well, look at that, 35 weapons per day, which aren't that bad for such a small nation. I think. What do you think? Okay, let's go for construction too. Our army is somewhat well trained. We need artillery though, but yeah, I'm mainly gonna get weapons now. Now I can train the Planinski Adriat in Niš. Yeah, let's, well, I have to be careful with my manpower, so let's not train too much. 117,000 troops should be fairly enough to crush the Bulgarians, I think. Let's actually train this amount, they should be good. Alright. So, it's the Congress of Belgrade will happen probably, yeah, after around a few months. So, I'm going to start with the Nedić army reform, and then I'm gonna do the Congress of Belgrade after I finish my military-industrial cooperation. What's the TOC, the Trade Union Congress in Britain? The end, or what, the end of American democracy? Well, so the USA is led by a iron fist. Oh. They're cracking down on them. Well, maybe the Civil War won't happen, maybe it will happen, but I think it's most likely gonna happen. America, or the CSA already declared independence. The Combined Syndicate of America already declared independence. So the Second American Civil War. Well, my American US, what do you think of that? Oh, the American Union State declared independence as well. Oh. And Haiti declared war on the Dominican Republic. Okay, the world is... And the Pacific States of America also declared their independence. The Second American Civil War. Came out of nowhere. Okay, so yeah, America is fighting 3 enemies. Well, they signed peace with the Pacific States already. So let's see what they are going to do. They have 21 to 41 divisions. They're clearly... What they... Oh, they declared war on the USA. That's quite bad. America, rest in peace, American continent. But I'll go for Nedić's army reform. Our army, while quite large, is in need of reform so it can keep up with developments in other countries. General Nedić proposes that we focus on an offensive army, which we need to reclaim our lost territories. Which, well, I can only solely agree with him, I'm sure you do. We'll go for an army focus, and so let's get some research here. Let's get some authorized equipment, for example. Only 8 here, they are training fully. I have to ensure that I have enough infantry equipments. The Austrian Empire declared war on Hungary. Why? Well, oh, so this would be the time actually to go ahead and, well, if this would have happened a few months later, I could have joined the war against we have an independence Hungary with 16 to 38 divisions fighting against the Austrian Empire. Well, I think it is time to declare war. Our ideology has grown. Well, that's great, but I don't think we need this, since it's up to you to decide there. Well, what happens is, if I rush through this path, well, alone I can't do much. But if I deliver the ultimatum to Bulgaria, I mean, yeah, if I form the Congress of Belgrade, then we may be able to crush the Austrians together with the Greek and the other allies. But I don't think that's, well, it may turn out to be a good call, or it may not. That's still yet to see. But if you ask me, I want to use this momentum. Declaring war, we cannot declare war, even. We cannot declare war because world tension is at 75%. It has to be at 75%. That's quite problematic. The Austrian Empire, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to. That's what I wanted to. Hungary is just rushing down Illyria, Bohemia, and probably... although if I would be Hungary, I wouldn't have any problems there. Yeah. So let's see, I have to get these two done. I have to finish this research and after that the Congress of Belgrade, so this will take some time. And I will try to, well, I have to go through this path, through the Congress of Belgrade, through the Slavic Federation, and then to the states of Montenegro. And if they don't grant, I can declare war on them. Well, I'm not sure if Hungary is able to withstand that long. They are going for the protector of the Balkans. Or what? They are becoming... Wow, Bohemia, Galicia and Illyria will become independent from the Austrian Empire. Oh wow. So, in a few games actually, the fall of Washington. Well, the syndicates captured Washington. Yeah, the US is gonna just draw, being split up, carved up. The Civil War, I mean, I cannot imagine this to end anytime soon. Just look, there are four countries are contesting for supremacy in the USA. I am not sure which country will ever get it. Poor them, poor them. I'll go ahead and I'll get the Congress of Belgrade running finally. In the Weltkrieg we have lost a large part of our country to Austria and Bulgaria. Because we can't take on Austria right now, we need to look southwards. We can convene a Congress in Belgrade with Romania and Greece to discuss the creation of a formal alliance and Bulgaria. That we shall do. I shall get a military factory running in Belgrade. The Austrian army isn't that strong. Well, they have 21 to 43 divisions, so I think, I mean, they will fight us plus the Hungarians in that case, so we may have the advantage there. I'm gonna deploy them, assign them to my army, and start training them for some extra experience. I'm gonna assign them against Illyria. Well, CMT-FAA declared war on the Kingdom of Spain. What are they? They are... oh... Cabalistas. They are radical socialists led by the Comité Central de la CNT-FAI. They are fractured, effects on Black Monday. The Congress of Belgrade. For years, the Serbian government has been preparing for the Congress of Belgrade, a series of meetings to take place in our capital with representatives from our fellow Balkan nations of Romania and Greece, as well as diplomats from Germany and the Ottoman Empire. We will promote a series of geopolitical discussions in order to, among other goals, attract foreign support to our aspirations of expanding our frontiers and building a new state of Greater Serbia, encompassing all the lands historically ruled or populated by our folk. This could potentially drive us into conflict with the Bulgaria, Albania, or even with the Habsburg Empire, however. Shall we send out? Of course, I mean, of course. What? Greece didn't join the pact? Why? Why? They always join the pacts. Greece, why didn't you join the pacts? Okay, I'll invite the Ottoman Empire. They didn't join. Well, normally, you know, normally Greece always joined the pact, but no, they did not. Anyways, let's go ahead and go for... shall I deliver the ultimatum to Bulgaria right now or later? You think we would be able to take on the Austrians? I'm not sure, to be honest, I'm not sure. I am undecisive there. Well, I'm gonna... yeah, let's deliver the ultimatum to Bulgaria. Yeah. Actually, I see the time, so in the next episode, I'm gonna deliver the ultimatum to Bulgaria. So for now, thank you all for watching me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Sacred, and please be sure to check out my other contents. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye and have a nice day, and stay safe and sound. So yeah, I can already send my army to prepare against Bulgaria. It shall be, not Romania, it shall be Bulgaria. Okay, I hoped to get Greece as well, but they don't want to be. Well, anyways, goodbye and stay safe and sound.